Hi everyone, Jaimie Madison here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're opening up the Simon Says Stamp January card kit. So with this card kit, you're going to get, and I'm just going to read off the list that comes with the card kit, so it's not going to be in order of what I'm pulling out of the box. You're going to get the Snow Much 6x8 clear stamp set, one Simon Says Stamp Twirling Ice Skater, which is a wafer thin die, 12 double-sided sheets of Echo Park Celebrate Winter 6x6 paper, one Sakura Classic White Jelly Roll pen, one Tim Holtz Ranger Custom Blend Distress Oxide ink pad, one pack of Darcy White pom-poms, one pack of Darcy Colored Assortment pom-poms, one set of needles, one bobbin of white thread, one bottle of Ranger Mini Gloss Accents, one Simon Says Stamp Schoolhouse Red envelope, 3 large black tags, that's a pretty thick paperweight as well, and Simon Says Stamp cardstock in 120-pound white, surf blue, and island blue. So a lot comes in this card kit. Oh, and of course you're going to get your sucker as well. I got watermelon, which is actually my favorite. But a lot comes in this card kit. This would have been, to me, a perfect card kit for December. I already started ordering stuff for Valentine's Day and getting in that mood set of the next season. So with this card kit, I kind of got stumped. I don't feel 100% confident in the cards I was able to create with this card kit. So I do apologize about that. My mindset just was not into snow anymore, even though we just got a huge winter blizzard over the weekend. Even my job had to close because we had so much unexpected snow all at once. We got over 12 inches in just a couple hours. And I live in the United States, so just a little backstory for that. I live in the United States, and I live 5 minutes from St. Louis, Missouri, so Gateway Arch. I can pretty much see if I just drive out of town. So we were not expecting that much snow. It just came all of a sudden. So I was ready for Valentine's Day, and I was even thinking to myself, I will do a Valentine's Day card using this card kit. But I still couldn't get my mindset away from the snow. For some reason, I was just could not focus very well. It kind of had me stumped for some reason. I normally am not like that. I can normally just be like, okay, let's just go with this. But for this card kit, I couldn't get past it for some reason. So I did the little penguin, the big one and the little one, and I did it with the Tim Holtz Distress inks. I did it in pink, and then I did it in Seedless Preserves, and then I just heat embossed clear embossing powder over it, so it gave it more of a shine. Kind of looked like it was, technically purple embossing powder, even though it wasn't. So that's a nice little trick you can do if you have a whole bunch of distressed inks and clear embossing powder. You can pretty much make your own embossing color with that. It works really well. I enjoy it. It comes in handy for so many different projects for me, especially if you want to use your distress ink to stamp a sentiment down, and then you want to use any kind of water or color or anything like that over it. Just emboss it in clear, and it won't go anywhere for the most part. You're going to get your very crisp, clean lines, as long as you do your embossing powder quickly after you stamp, because the distressed ink will dry fairly quickly, not super fast, but I like to get on there as fast as possible. So I went ahead and pulled out my Bristol Smooth card paper, and I just used my distress inks to blend. I don't know why it cut that out. For some odd reason, my camera cut that first segment out. I'm not sure if it just didn't transfer over correctly or what, but I just used peacock feathers, and I think I used a little bit of blueprint sketch at the very top just to darken the corners. And then I just cut out a little white hill, even though I do have dies for hills. For some reason, I just decided to cut it out myself. And then I used my little cloud die that I got from Lawn Fawn. And I just adhered this on to 110-pound cardstock. This is the Michaels cardstock. So that's my base. Then went ahead and I did put my penguins up with some double-side foam tape, so they have a little bit of dimension. This is not a very dimensional card, though. I want this to be nice and smooth to mail out. And I went ahead, and I couldn't find a sentiment that would fit in the lower corner of this card, so I had to grab from another stamp set Hello Friend because I liked the little penguin. He's like, hello, hi, you know, to the bigger penguin. The other penguin's like, uh-huh, sure. So I went ahead and stamped that with my Distress ink peacock feathers that we used to do the sky. Then I went in with my Winka Stella to make it look like sparkly snow on the ground. And just be careful when you're going over Distress ink with the pen because it can smear it, because it can reactivate it. So just go over it real quickly and make your strokes count whenever it comes to going over your sentiment or whatever you're doing with your Winka Stella. So after that, my card is pretty much complete. I did want to add a few little touches that I did afterwards. So I pulled my camera back out. So for some reason, it's a little foggy. I'm not quite sure why it came across foggy, but it did. So I just went ahead and grabbed out my Arteza markers, and I figured I would just color in their beaks. I'm not quite sure what color penguins' beaks are, so I just went ahead and did the normal yellow/orange beaks for them. And then I just watercolored those in and blended them through, gave them a little bit of highlight to the right-hand side that my light source was going to be coming from. And then I did add a couple of little string pom-poms on the top. And that finishes up this cute little card, nice and simple. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in a little bit. Bye!